The 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that tonight it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Portland Trail.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now the presentation of the award ceremony.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. It's the Portland Trail Blazers taking on the defending NBA champion San Antonio Spurs. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Ennis out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And DeRozan kicks to AI. Well, it's the first game of the regular season. Chris, talk about what you expect to see this year in the league overall, the feel you think you're going to get.
Well, I think there's going to be two sides. It's a copycat league, so you're going to see some teams that are going to try to speed up the play. You're going to see some teams that try to increase three-pointers and decrease their mid-range jumpers. And then reality will set in, and then they'll have to kind of get back to playing regular basketball. And for some teams, look out.
It's a beautiful jam.
Oh, man, he's just toying with the D. Look how well AI sees everything that's going on around.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. He dishes it to McCollum. 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
McCullough is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Passes it to Medu. It's AI on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. And the jam by AI.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Fellas, isn't that why you like to have a great point guard who can make a play above the rim like that?
Ennis taking his time here. Pass to Gibson. Shoots over DeRozan. Not going to go that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, a lot of people think the separation still exists, but I myself, I want to see what happens in this first game before I make that call.
Back to McCollum. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
And, Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, coming off a terrific season. First in free throw shooting, second in scoring, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And as you said, the league's best free throw shooter last season. What a tremendous asset, especially in clutch situations. I'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Terry Stotts. David?
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys. We're going to use it. Evan?
Thank you, David. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here's White. Basket is good. The assist from AI. White's got his second bucket of the night.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
Portland again missing. And here are the Spurs. They're on a 14-5 run here. DeRozan, that's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes. And it's up front with him playing under Stotts.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Wasted no time on that one. 11 points for Lillard.
His three-point game is heating up. That's his second 3 of the quarter, third overall.
Medu is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Murray. Then it's AI. And it's Aldridge in at the 5 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he ran it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Here's AI. 8 points for him. Inside. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by AI. Aldridge has got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Gibson. Here's Lillard. Misses off the right iron.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Outside for Murray. AI outside. And the pass to Medu. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Gibson. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. That one goes in. Gibson's got his second basket.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the more we see from McCollum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCollum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with this game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCollum play with such an edge.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That just shows you can do everything right sometimes but still get the wrong result. With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, his field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
It's AI on the wing, covered by Lillard. AI with the bucket. AI's got 10 points.
Well, you like to see a player work to get the high percentage shot. Now, so much of what AI does comes through hard work.
McCollum outside. Off target with his three.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Lillard, stolen by AI. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. And the jam by AI.
That's just some instant offense thanks to AI steal. That's what he can do for them with his D.
McCollum finds Lillard. Top of the key. He gets it in there. Lillard's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The feed from AI, I mean, will earn him some locker room points. You always want to keep the guys around you happy.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs taking a 19-point. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Taj Gibson is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ennis in at the small forward position. Trailblazers trailed by 19, and there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Nurkic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his fourth assist in this one. Chris, you've played against the Blazers and in Portland so many times in your career. Explain the love the city has for this terrific team.
Well, Portland actually was my favorite arena to play in. I love the floor, the seats, the lighting there. I just love playing there. I mean, the city lives and dies with the Blazers. They have crazy, die-hard fans there in Rip City. I mean, very few teams have a devoted fan base as the Blazers do.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
But just watching the progression of C.J. McCollum year to year has been astonishing. I mean, he came into the NBA with little fanfare, but now he's one of the league's top shooting guards.
Here's AI, and AI with the stuff.
He is carrying this team tonight. The passion AI is playing with, just phenomenal.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Lillard against Murray. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And another three for Portland. And with McCollum, he is the complete package on the offensive end.
I mean, he can take any defender one-on-one, and with a little bit of space, he can take over the game. He's a great shooter and fantastic facilitator. I mean, you ask around the league, they'll tell you that McCollum is one of the toughest guys to guard on the wing.
Back to AI. Just 5 on the clock. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And the dunk is always the king of the highlight reel. We know it comes easy if you're 6'10". We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10, double-digit perfection.
But this game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
2 on the clock. And the layup by AI. AI's got 11 in the second half. AI has been leading the charge for San Antonio. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no sign. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Medu is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Murray. And it's AI in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5.
Oh, no chance AI is going to get the 9 right there. It's a surefire 2 points if you let him get that deep inside.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. See, Webb, you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
No, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap or the crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Launches it, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lillard's got 24.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
AI outside. It's tipped. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Here's Cantor, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. AI outside. Down low. Here's Medu. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Spurs lead by 19.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And the Spurs making a change here. White's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Enes comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. and McCollum subbed in for Maurice Harkless. Lillard surveying the D. He kicks it to Gibson. Lillard outside. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Spurs leading by 19 points. Here's White. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Well, if you're his teammate, you love this right now because all you have to do is focus on finishing.
To the inside, and stolen by Aldridge. Left side, DeRozan. Now, here's AI. Defense is right there. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Oh, keep the pressure on. That's what AI likes to do, and it gets him the and one.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Free throw good, AI. Last year, the NBA moved the trade deadline to before the All-Star break, C-Web. Did you like that decision?
It caused teams to make trade decisions much sooner, and I like that. But I don't like the fact that maybe if, let's say, I'm a fan of Utah Jazz, and you trade a player that we love so much, and he's an all-star, and I can't root for him as a Utah Jazz fan. So as a fan, it gets a little bit tricky because that's still my player, and I want to celebrate with this guy at the All-Star break, but maybe I can't. But I think that what it does is it makes the teams much more competitive because no longer can you sit back and wait and have the time you could before to think as much as you could. Now you have to make a decision on who your team is, the identity, and do you want to get better now or take the risk now? And I think it's put some teams on the hot seat, and I like seeing teams on the hot seat having to make decisions quickly.
Nailed from three-point land.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.